Hey everyone, and welcome to today's Explainer. We've got a fantastic, community-focused update for you today, courtesy of HastingsNow.com. It is Saturday, August 22nd, 2026, and we're going to walk through exactly what you can expect right here in our local area today, both looking up at the skies and, well, looking back at the history books.
So let me ask you this. Are you ready for a pretty much perfect late summer Saturday in Hastings? Because that's literally what the forecast is handing us today. If you've been waiting for that ideal window to, knock out some outdoor errands, hit up the farmer's market, or just take a nice long walk along the river, this is absolutely your day. It's lining up to be one of those incredibly easy days to plan your weekend around.
Hastings weekend weather. 80 degrees. That is our expected high for today. It's going to be sunny, it's going to be dry, and highly seasonable. The National Weather Service is predicting absolutely zero precipitation for us today. Just a gorgeous, dry, 80-degree late summer day.
Here's how the day is going to unfold. Your morning kicks off bright and comfortable, with plenty of sunshine as those temps start to climb. By the afternoon, we hit that upper 70s to near 80-degree mark, and you'll notice northwest winds picking up, right around 8 to 13 miles per hour. Then, as we head into the evening, skies stay clear, the winds ease up, and temperatures drop really nicely into the 50 to 55-degree range. That is a wonderfully cooler finish compared to some of those muggy August nights we've been having lately.
So how should you prep for this? Well, first off, definitely grab the sunglasses and sunscreen. You're absolutely going to need them with all that sunshine. Comfortable summer clothes are your best bet, straight through the afternoon. But here's a quick heads up. Because of those northwest breezes we just talked about, make sure you secure any lightweight items if you're picnicking or lounging outside later today. Nobody wants to be sprinting after paper plates across the park. And finally, because of that 50-degree dip tonight, you'll definitely want to have a light sweatshirt or jacket handy if you're staying out late.
Honestly, the forecast is so good, it actually inspired our local weather joke of the day. Apparently, Saturday looks so nice that the Hastings Bridge itself asked for the day off. When they asked why, its reason was simply, "I'd like to spend some time by the river." You really can't blame it on a day like today, right?
On this date, a little time capsule.
Let's shift gears and look at our visual roadmap for a little time travel. We're going to start right here in Minnesota state history in 1862. Then we'll zoom out globally to 1864. And finally, we'll fast forward to a massive moment in sports history in 1989.
Local history. Fort Ridgely, 1862.
On this exact day back in 1862, during the U.S.-Dakota War, the Battle of Fort Ridgely continued. According to the Minnesota Historical Society, a substantially larger Dakota force returned after an initial confrontation 2 days prior. The defenders of the fort were heavily outnumbered, but after hours of intense fighting, the post ultimately held. It was a deeply complex conflict, and the Historical Society rightly points out that this remains both a difficult and an incredibly important chapter in Minnesota's history. It's a sobering but absolutely essential piece of our local past to understand and remember.
Global milestones on this date.
Now zooming out globally, there was a massive shift in world history on this day in 1864. We moved from the sheer vulnerability of wounded and sick soldiers in the field to an actionable solution. In Geneva, representatives from 12 states adopted the very first Geneva Convention, signing a treaty that established vital new protections for wounded soldiers in armed forces.
And the crucial takeaway here, as noted by the International Committee of the Red Cross, is that these new principles of humanitarian protection didn't just impact the 19th century. They essentially paved the way and became foundational to the modern international humanitarian law that governs the globe today. A truly monumental step forward for humanity, and it all happened on August 22nd.
Sports history, Nolan Ryan, 1989.
Okay, let's lighten things up and jump to 1989. Picture this. It's a major league matchup between the Texas Rangers and the Oakland Athletics. Rangers pitcher Nolan Ryan is on the mound, and he strikes out Oakland's Rickey Henderson. Now, usually a single strikeout is just, another pitch in the game, but this one was totally different. The sheer scale of this milestone is insane. That strikeout against Henderson was the 5,000th strikeout of Nolan Ryan's major league career. Just let that sink in for a second. He was the very first pitcher in the entire history of the sport to ever reach that 5,000 mark. And the crazy thing is, he didn't even stop there. His final career strikeout total reached an astonishing 5,714. Major League Baseball still recognizes this total as one of the most remarkable and seemingly untouchable pitching records in the history of the game. It is a number that's just staggering to wrap your head around, and that first major 5,000 milestone happened right on this day.
Enjoying Hastings today.
So bringing it all back home, I want to leave you with this. Where in Hastings are you going to spend your Saturday? You have a beautiful 80-degree day right in front of you. Now, just a quick reminder, as we all know, summer weather can change in a flash. Even on a perfectly clear day like today, it's always a smart idea to check official alerts and local radar before you head out, just to be safe from any pop-up summer storms. But with that said, the conditions are absolutely primed for an amazing day. Grab those sunglasses, remember that light jacket for tonight, and make sure to get out there and enjoy Hastings today. Thanks so much for tuning into this explainer, and have a fantastic weekend.